I want to talk about the second death. All right. In Revelation chapter 20 and verse 6, it's talk about the second death. You know, there's a lot of people don't understand about the second death, some of the people. So I'm going to try to explain it to them. All right, Revelation chapter 20 and verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death had no power. See, the second death will have no power. See, it said, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Why it say, but they shall be priests, see, of God, Christ. They're talking about the saints right here. A lot of people get confused. I think they're talking about, the people, the second death. But the second death going to be thrown into the lake of fire. That's the people that didn't live right. The people that died, like people that die now, people that died since way back, that didn't live right, didn't obey God. When the great white throne judgment comes, it's going to be the second death. See? Because I'm going to start like in Revelation 20 and verse 1. See, because Satan going to be cast, into the bottomless pit. And God could set a seal upon him. Verse 1 said, verse 20 and verse 1. Chapter 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. See, that's Jesus Christ. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. See, he's going to be bound 1,000 years. Then after that, he's going to be let loose for a little season. And verse 3 says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nation no more, until 1,000 years should be fulfilled. See? And after that, he must be loose a little season. See? After that, he's going to be loose a little season. See? Yeah, see, after like when Christ come back this time, that's why I said, blessed he is in the first resurrection. That's going to be the first when Christ come back this time, after the great tribulation is over. When he come back, that's going to be the first resurrection. And the one that didn't live right, they're going to be still in the grave. But the one that live right, they're going to rise up out of the grave. So the dead in Christ shall rise first, and the one that remain alive will be caught up together with them in the cloud to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. That's the one that live right. But the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then the one that remain alive, because some people going to remain alive during the tribulation before the Lord come back. They're going to remain alive. And they're going to meet the Lord, all of them together, are going to meet the Lord in the air. And they're going to come back down into Jerusalem with the Lord. See, and that's when Christ come back this time, after the great tribulation. Then after that, then Satan going to be bound. We're reading Revelation 20 and 1 and verse 2 and 3. He's going to be bound for 1,000 years. Then he's going to be let loose after the 1,000 years. Then he's going to go out and deceive the nation again. Because you read Revelation 20 and verse 7 and 8, it says, and when when the 1,000 years were expired, Satan shall be loose out of his prison. See, he'll be loose out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, you see, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. See, he will go out and deceive the nation again after he be let loose after the 1,000 years. See, you know what a lot of people don't see. You see, and like in the verse, he gonna come against Jerusalem after that. In verse 9 said they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints. You know, that's Jerusalem. They're gonna come against the saints in Jerusalem. And the beloved city is Jerusalem. And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. See. Verse 10 said, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire, you see, and brimstone. See, first Satan, he got, after the great tribulation, he got, you know, God put a seal upon him and cast him to the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. Then after the 1,000 years, he was let loose again. Then he went out and go deceive the nation again. And so, and it came against Jerusalem, you know, the saints in Jerusalem, the holy city, again. So that's why God rained down fire and destroyed them. And so then in verse 10 it says, and Satan gonna be destroyed too. See, put away forever. And verse 10 said, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, which where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. You see? Satan gonna be cast into the lake of fire. It's gonna be the end of Satan. You know, where the beast and the false prophet are. And verse 11 saying, I saw a great white throne. See, it's the white throne judgment, and him that sat on it, from whom face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small, great, stand before God, and the books were open. See, the word said books with an S on it, you know, it's for the wicked, the one that didn't live right. And another book, because the other way said another book is for the righteous, was open, which is the book of life. You see, it was the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books. You see, the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, the wicked, according to their works. And the sea give up the dead which were in it, and death and hell deliver up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. See, they were judged every man according to their work. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. You see, this is the second death. See, death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. And somebody will tell you, said this is the second death. See, like people that died now, that didn't live right, you know, that died since years back, since when the world began, the earth, you know, God created the earth until now, you know, to the time of the great tribulation, all the, in the millennium, the people that didn't live right, you know, they could be cast into the lake of fire. This could be the second. There's like some people die now, you know. That's like the first death. Then when the great white throne, God could throw into the fiery furnace. you know, where Satan and his angels, it's going to be the second death. See? But the seagull give up the dead, you know, the one that didn't live right. But when Christ come back this time after the great tribulation, the saints, the people that live right, they're going to, you know, they're going to be raised, you know, and they're going to live with Christ 1,000 years. And then after that, Satan going to be let loose, you know. Then they're going to come against the saints again in Jerusalem, you know, those nations. Because Satan going to be let loose, he's going to go out and deceive the nation again. See, that's what I wanted to show y'all and try for y'all to get an understanding. You see, the second death, you know, like the first death, like if you die now, you know, and stuff, all the people dead from way back that didn't live right, but that died now that didn't live right, where, you know, when a white throne judgment, you know, after the 1,000 years are over and Satan to be let loose, and when Satan gets cast into the lake of fire, you know, everybody else could get that didn't live right, they could be cast too into the lake of fire, where Satan is and his angels. You know, that could be the second death. You know, I was trying to clear this up for y'all. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people do not understand Revelation. You know, but this is the second death. Like if you die now, then when the judgment come on the great white throne, you know, it's going to be the second death. If you didn't live right, like if you die now, then when the great white throne, the judgment, and the right throne judgment, then it could be the second death. If you didn't live right, you know. That's what I wanted to bring to y'all today, to get y'all to understand about the second death. You see, first, now we're getting close now, because now, like I said, we have to, the United States horn got to be broken. Got to break Iran horn, then the United States horn will be broken. Then after that, 4 of them will arise for their kingdom. You know, 4 of them going to stand up for their kingdom. You know, 4 of them going to be ruling the world. It's going to be like the Vatican, China, and Britain, and Russia. See. Then the latter time of that kingdom, you know, the Antichrist will come out from there, the false prophet, you know, from the Vatican. It's not this Pope, you know, a lot of people, because it's not time yet, it's going to be many years from now. You're not that far, but it depends on how long God wanted to go. You know, just like the United States and Britain, it's been in, since from 9/11, it's been in, you know, almost 18, 20 years almost. See, the other beast, that's why I say in the latter time of their kingdom, when the third beast come in, say in the latter time of their kingdom, you know, the Antichrist, you know, will stand up, you know, will come out of them. So, you know, depends how long this third beast will last. This third beast may go 15, 20 years too. We don't know. See, or longer. Depends how long God wanted to go. See, that's all I'm trying to show y'all. It's a lot of people that think it's be the end, like when the United States started fighting Iran. It's not the end yet, because the Lord said there'll be wars and rumors of war. You have to understand that. Read the Bible. See, people jump to the end too quick. You know, that's why the Lord said there'll be a lot of false prophets. But like I was saying, that's supposed to be the second death. Like if you die now, people that have been dead a long time ago and stuff, you know, when a great white throne judgment comes, see, at first the dead in Christ will rise first. The one that didn't live right, they're going to be still in the grave during them 1,000-year millennium. Then when Satan gonna be let loose again, they're gonna be still dead in the grave. Then on the great white throne judgment, they're gonna rise up the wicked, all the unrighteous people, you know, and they're going to be judged in a great white throne judgment, which usually they call it, but they said a great white throne, one that sat on it like Jesus Christ. So we call it the great white throne judgment because it's the final judgment that can be put on the people. You know, after that, everybody that lived right, they're going to live forever with Christ. See, that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all. May go away again with y'all another time. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all, and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His Word.